Hey everybody, welcome to Funnel Hacker TV. We have another special guest today joining us that's going to be speaking on the Funnel Hacking Live stage this year. We cannot wait to bring him on. He is amazing. But first, we're going to roll the intro.
We are part of an underground group of entrepreneurs that you've probably never even heard of before. We are funnel hackers, and these are our stories.
What is up, fellow funnel hackers? My name is Ben Moop. This is...
I'm Susan Leonardson.
And we are so excited to have you guys today. If you guys are not signed up in order to get all the details for Funnel Hacking Live, and every time we go live for Funnel Hacker TV, go ahead and go to FunnelHacker.tv or text FHTV to 208-231-3797. That is important. It's right below me. Go ahead and do that so that way you are in the loop. And let's get started. Today, we get to speak to our Funnel Hacking Live speaker. And this is going to be really cool. So this is someone who got their hands on the .com Secrets book, went to Funnel Hacking Live, and their entire life was changed. And it's the way that this person does business. There is a lot of us come online, and we love this idea of being online because it means almost like we get to hide. Like no one gets to see our faces. We can do our little thing like nobody knows. This person breaks just one piece of that puzzle, and it creates a massive explosion inside your business. You get a tsunami of results, and it changes everything. And so we all voted to have someone speak to have other people speak at Funnel Hacking Live. Everyone submitted their results, and Russell said, you know what? I need to tap this person on the shoulder. This person needs to be on the stage. And so, my friends, if you have not guessed who it is, this is the creator. Go ahead and type in the comments. This is the creator of the ROR Method. This is somebody who's been a consultant in marketing and branding for the last 18 years. Welcome to the stage, everybody, Mr. Christopher Boss.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Woo! Super excited to be here. That video got me going. Thank you for playing that. This is great. I'm excited to talk. You let me know what you want me. You let me know what questions you want me to answer. And thanks for having me today. Hey, funnel hackers, what's up, everybody?
Yes. Awesome. It's so awesome to have you here. So I think where we will start, which is perfect, like you were saying to us before, like everything just ties together so nicely. Let's start with your first Funnel Hacking Live experience. Can you tell us about that and like what was happening, which led to what you do now? So yeah, go ahead and tell us that.
You know, as a kid, I always loved those pictures that you connect the dots. Like you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you like want to skip ahead. But you go, no, I got to go to the next one, the next one. By the time you get to like 310, you look back, you're like, oh my gosh, this is a really cool unicorn. Wow, look at this picture. And life is like that. And in my journey in the ClickFunnels community with Funnel Hacking Live and just everything is like that picture. I mean, when I walked away from my first Funnel Hacking Live, I was like, I want to speak on stage someday there and share my message and share my story with everybody. And a lot of people say that. And people are like, oh, that's not possible. Well, I want to tell you it's possible because in September, I'm walking out on stage, speaking, sharing ROR, return on relationship, and all to you amazing funnel hackers. And I'm so excited. And so all connecting all the dots, it's a process. And I zoom back and my picture is not a unicorn. It's early access. So I have a sign. I left Funnel Hacking Live and they had one of the early access signs was on an easel and they didn't throw it out. So I'm walking out. So I grabbed it and I put a slice in the back so it would fold but not break. And I shoved it in my carry-on. And you know what? I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go down to get it. You want to see it? I'm going to get it. Yeah, I'm getting it. Here we go. Right here.
Oh, it's right there. Oh, I thought you had to like leave the room.
Here we go.
Oh, awesome.
Right here. I had to do it quickly. It was glued to the wall, so I just ripped it off the wall. But I folded this in my carry-on, and I brought it home with me, and I stuck it on the wall. And the reason I stuck it on the wall is because someday I'm going to have early access, and someday I'm going to speak on stage, and bada boom, bada bing, look at that. And my first Funnel Hacking Live, I was new to the community. I didn't know anybody. Nobody knew who I was. Not kind of. And this is why I mean that. I had spent months before leading up to Funnel Hacking Live trying to network and build relationships with people. So when I showed up there, I had friends. I'm going to try and talk about this person without getting emotional, and tell his story. I had done ROR and built a relationship with an amazing man named Dave Woodward, who was the CEO of ClickFunnels, and we miss him dearly. He passed away from brain cancer, and he's just a really good man. And I am blessed to be able to call him a friend, and had a wonderful relationship with him when he was with us. And he was taken back early with brain cancer, and we all struggle. We miss him so much. But I want to say all that because I want to share this story. I had built a relationship with Dave, and I sent Dave something, and he went live on Facebook inside ClickFunnels headquarters, and he had this hat on that I had sent him and something else, and he was talking about it and talking about Dream 100 and talking about ROR, which ties into ROR is Dream 100 on steroids. And Dave's like, out of the 5,000 people that are going to be at Funnel Hacking Live, the one person I want to sort out and find is Christopher Voss.
I remember that.
And that's power when the CEO of ClickFunnels, who's kind of in charge of putting on this event, me being my first Funnel Hacking Live, no one knowing who I was, that the guy that's running the thing or running it with a team wants to sort out through these 5,000 people to find Christopher Voss. And I'm like, that's super cool. That made me feel good. I'm like, I got one person there that wants to know me and get to know me, and he's pretty important. And then who's next to Dave? Well, think of all the people that are aligned next to Dave. You got Russell Brunson next to Dave. You got all these other, all the ClickFunnels partners and leaders and stuff. So anyway, I'm sitting on a bench. This is the day before Funnel Hacking Live started. I'm on the bench sitting next to the VIP door because that's where you sit if you want to meet all the VIPs, right? So I was on this bench, and I see out of the corner of my eye, here comes Dave Woodward. And then he stops, and he turns, and he looks at me, and I'm like, what? Christopher Voss? Hold on one second. Gets his phone out, goes live on Facebook, comes down, sits next to me, and like, hey, everybody, this is Dave Woodward. And I've seen so many around. I'm at Funnel Hacking Live right now. We're getting ready to kick things off. And I've met all these amazing people. There's one person I wanted to meet, and I got to meet him on the very first day as we're opening up here. Look who I'm sitting next to. And he turns, he's like, introduce yourself. And I'm like, hey, Funnel Hackers, Christopher Voss. So Dave and I sat there for maybe about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, and we had a conversation live on his Facebook profile. Now, what are all the funnel hackers doing at Funnel Hacking Live? The ones that are in the planes, in the airports, they're on their phones watching Dave on live, and all these other people and watching. So he talked about what I did. He talked about how I connected with him. We told the story about how I became connected with him, and really told my origin story of where return relationship comes from and all of that stuff. It was great. And then he said, I got to go. I got stuff to do. He got up and walked away. And so, when you walk around an event, now I see over your right-hand shoulder, you've got your credentials from places that you've gone for your lanyard stuff. Well, when you walk up to somebody and they look you in the eye, and then you see their eyes do a quick little glance down to catch your name and see if they're speaker or lifetime, all those things. Well, I was walking around, and I'd walk up to someone, and they do the little, and they're like, hey, Christopher, I know you. I'm like, oh, he's like, I saw Russell on Instagram talking about you like a couple months ago, and I just saw Dave talking about you, and so what's cool is if you do relationships right, and if you focus and go all in on connecting with people, loving them, pouring into them, and serving them, and showing gratitude to them, and doing a lot of the things that I teach, which I'm going to teach on stage at Funnel Hacking Live, people can go to events, whatever event, and walk in as somebody versus nobody knowing who you are. So you can go from an unknown to a known. And so my first Funnel Hacking Live, that's how it was all teed up. That's how it sent off. And I was able to build powerful relationships with people. But then here's the next step, though. You build the relationships before, you build relationships when you're there, and then when you get home, what do you do when you get home? You keep nurturing and building those relationships, and you do that every single year. So by the time you get 3 or 4 Funnel Hacking Lives in, you have this massive network of people that are willing to do anything to help and support you. And that's what it's all about.
Well, at that point, you could throw your own party in the evening and they'd all come.
Yes, I should do that. We should do like a little. Actually, someone I know is already doing it, so I'm like, okay, you do it. I'll just come to yours. But yeah, so that was my first funnel hacking live. It was incredible. I learned a ton, and obviously I loved it because I stayed and I've built these relationships, and I'm so glad that I went to Funnel Hacking Live. It was okay. I don't know how long I'm going to go, but I just have to say, attending Funnel Hacking Live, when you boil down my life, I have 9 children. Here's their picture. You can't see it as well. A wonderful wife. I would be dead. I would not be alive if it wasn't for Funnel Hacking Live. And I'm going to tell that story. Me going to Funnel Hacking Live, me building a relationship with Russell Brunson, and building a relationship with the next guy and the next woman in a chain of events led me to a man by the name of Wallace Nelson, who took over 400-pound Christopher into his health and wellness program, personally coached him for free, got me healthier because I had a stroke in July of 2019, and 400-pound Chris, it probably would have killed. Lighter Chris, healthier Chris, I survived the stroke. And that is why people need to understand how important it is to attend events, to go to it, to network, to build relationships, because in the sea of people that you meet, you'll never know which one of those people is going to be that one person that's going to be the key that turns the lock and opens up the door to changing your life, changing your business, changing your family. And so what did my first Funnel Hacking Live did for me? It made me fall in love and want to get to know a guy by the name of Russell Brunson. And establishing that relationship with that man allowed me to meet a whole bunch of other people. And when you connect the dots, I talked about the unicorn picture. You connect all the dots in my relationship world and my journey. Each one of those played a significant role. And that's the honest truth. I am alive because of my relationship, and because if I didn't go to Funnel Hacking Live, I wouldn't be in ClickFunnels. I wouldn't know who Russell Brunson is. I wouldn't know who all these other people are. So for me, it's a game changer for my life and for my business. Holy smokes. I get to go on stage and talk about what I do to like 7,000 people. This is like, and it's going to change their life like it changed mine. So I am, obviously I don't seem, I'm pretty pumped. And I got through that without a whole lot of tears. I was choking up, but I told the story enough. And I'm literally like doing something with my toes to create pain. So I kind of like get through it without being a sobbing mess. So anyway, long answer to a short question, but hopefully you guys got the feel for what I was going for there. That's my answer.
It's amazing. So first off, if you don't have your ticket for Funnel Hacking Live, you need to go and grab that. You need it. There's so much that just, you don't know what's at play and what is the loss that you won't have, the return that you will miss if you don't get your ticket. There is, I can't go as far, like you could go as far as Christopher saying, like, you don't know what rides on whether or not you come to Funnel Hacking Live this year, but I will guarantee you all the things that Russell is teaching that are far more, I guess I'd call it myopic than dying, like making sure that you have your business aligned right so that you can create those relationships, so that you have the flexibility to be able to make the energy happen and make everything change in your life. In order to be able to get there, there's a process that Russell is teaching, and he's not taught it anywhere else. And he's going to teach it in such depth and with some of the best people. And when he gets to the traffic section, I believe is when you're speaking. And I think it's Dream 100 relating. And from what I understand, Dream 100 is usually that really, like, it can be gooey, like people just get into it too much. And there's like, they reach out to these big people without building that relationship first. And I think that's where you're coming in and bridging. Am I right? Is that a good guess?
It's so important. Russell really wants me to focus on talking about building a relationship with your mentors and building relationships with your tribe. Because really, when you sit in those seats and you look at all those successful people that walk across the stage, they didn't get there alone. I guarantee you, I I guarantee you, I will bet everything. I will bet my life that you can't tell me there's some person that walked across that stage or came out on stage and spoke or got a 2 Comma Club award or whatever by themselves. You do it with other people. And the only way you do it with other people is get into a room with other people. And so Funnel Hacking Live is a great opportunity because you get in this room with 7,000 people that all have the same goal and objective of accomplishing their dreams. And, you know, Dave Woodward always told me you got to dig your well before you're thirsty. And that's actually Harvey McKay's quote, but Dave says it all the time. And that's the thing. All of us on our journey are going to be thirsty at some point in time. There's hard points. And there's times to cheer and celebrate. And there's times to like, hey, this is really hard. And so when I talk about building relationships with your mentors, those are joining masterminds group. Those are, you know, being in 2CCX training and Inner Circle and Category Kings and Alice and all these mastermind groups with Russell and all those amazing trainers. You get in there, you build a relationship with the teachers, the mentors, the ones that are showing you the path. And then also everybody that's in there, that's your tribe. And you build relationships with them. And I look at it like climbing Mount Everest. I'm a really big fan of Mount Everest. I've watched every documentary you can get your hands on. I know where all the frozen bodies are. Like I watch it, I'm like, there's going to be a guy in a light blue coat over there that's been frozen for about 10 years. And my wife's like, oh my gosh, it was. I'm like, yeah, that's the real famous one. Like people die and they just leave them up there because it's not safe to bring them down. But Sir Edmund Hillary was the first to summit Mount Everest. He didn't do it alone. He had a Sherpa that went with him. And then you look at all these teams that summit Mount Everest, they do them in groups. The Nepali government no longer allows anyone to summit Everest alone. It's forbidden. It's against the law. You have to do it with a group. And so that same thing with us, Russell wants me to stress the point of if you try and go this journey alone, you will fail, you'll fail miserably, and you'll be really unhappy. If you decide I'm going to go on this with people, they're going to help me, support me. I say, turn all of your heroes into your friends. Who is your hero? Who is the person they're like, wow, I want to get where they want to get. I want to know what they want to know. Russell always talks about it's not about the how, it's the who. Find out who your who's are. Who's going to be at Funnel Hacking Live that you need to build a relationship with so you can take your business to the next level? Who's going to be at Funnel Hacking Live that you need to network with that's going to help you with something going on in your life that's personal? And so that's super key. And every single thing, you guys, every single thing in life swings on hinges. And I call those hinges relationships. And what do hinges do? Hinges open up doors. And so wherever you're at in your journey, if you haven't bought your ticket, the link's down there below. You have no excuse to be able to find out where it's at. Buy your ticket to Funnel Hacking Live. This event is crazy. It's like the Super Bowl of marketing.
Yeah.
Miles Clifford has a little bit to do with putting this thing on. The guy's a genius at putting events on. You will not be disappointed. They charge way too little for this. So it's amazing. Go to Funnel Hacking Live. Find those people you need to network with. And anyway, everything in life and business swings on hinges, I was saying. Yep. Those hinges open up doors of opportunity. So if you want to open up a door of opportunity in your business, brick and mortar, online, whatever, open up that Funnel Hacking Live door. Open that up and walk in, and you'll be surprised at the support that you have and the people that are going to be there to help you. It's incredible.
The amount of relationships that you have to be able to build there is going to be just spectacular. The amount of networking that's available. It's not just the ROR concert. It's not just that. There's so much that goes beyond that. And if you guys have got a glimpse of that with Christopher, make sure you go and get your tickets to Funnel Hacking Live. And let's run down the offer really quick. Let's go and tell everybody everything they get.
Okay, you guys. Not only are you getting like relationships, right? You're gonna meet people there that are amazing, but you get the ticket to the 4-day event. It's awesome. It's epic. You also are gonna need room for swag because they load you up with stuff. You get the marketing AI integration right into your 2.0 account like immediately as soon as you buy your ticket, which is pretty cool, I must say. And then there's so many bonuses that are getting stacked into this offer. Inner Circle is throwing in incredible things. just awesome, awesome content. And then you also have all of the FHL replays from all of the years before. So where everyone else has had to pay the ticket price all of these years, you actually are getting all the replays for just the price of this year. So go and take advantage of that as well. You get to go look at the replays of the FHL where Chris was at 2018, right? Was your first one. What did he watch that was impactful to him? And all the other years. And then also all of the speakers this year on stage are putting in their bonuses too. If you guys have been watching these episodes where we've been bringing everybody on, they've all been revealing their bonuses. They are all incredible. And there's something for everyone, no matter what type of business you have, no matter where you're at in your business, there's something for everyone here, on top of just being able to go to the 4-day event. It's so cool to see. Chris, you were just telling us you did something. Was it this morning or yesterday?
This morning, yeah. I did
this morning
for the benefit of everybody.
Yeah. And you have a bonus that is related to that. Do you want to go ahead and tell us what that is?
Yeah, so before I came on here, I was training in 2CCX. Vince Green asked me to come in and was doing a lot of teaching and training about return on relationships. And I taught this one principle, and then when everybody got off, I stayed around after with Vince, and I was talking to him about what I was going to offer as a bonus, getting on with you amazing people. And he's like, you know what? There's something there that you did that I think maybe you want to zero in on. Mm-hmm. So I'm offering something called 2 cards of power. 2 cards of power. And what's cool, so I'm going to be talking about this more on stage, but what I'm going to give everyone as a bonus is something that you can do, that you can start, and you can take action today. So when we put this up on there in the bonuses, you're going to be able to look at this. And if you follow these really simple steps on this program called 2 Cards of Power, you are going to be able to become connected. It will be the starting point of connection. It will open up doors. It will get you connected with individuals. And the reason it's called 2 Cards of Power is because there is massive amounts of power when you connect with someone and you do it the right way. And the other thing is, it teaches you how to be different than everybody else. People are like, how do I be authentic? How do I stand out from everybody else? I'm like, simple answer. Don't be like everybody else. Be different. And so 2 Cards of Power. I don't know how deep you want me to go into it. Do you want to just tease them with that so they can go and be like, holy cow, what is this 2 things of power?
So a little bit more detail. Like from what I understand, they're like, it's something actionable that they would be able to take action on today in order to understand how this works. Is it something that's like in a prep? Like you're definitely going to talk about it at Funnel Hacking Live. So now they'll understand why they have the bonus. But like, what little bit more detail? Like, what is it?
Yeah, so I'm going to give them an action step that they can do daily as part of their morning routine. And it's like 2 + 2 = 4, 1 + 1 = 2. If you do this and do it exactly how you tell you to do it, these 2 things that you do as part of your morning routine will equal connection. It will equal relationships. It will equal opportunities where you're walking down the hallway and you bump into someone and they're like, Ben, hey, I want to thank you. Oh, no problem. Hey, appreciate that. You know, hug, embrace. So it's going to teach them something they can do to express gratitude, to reach out to an individual. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. Don't stress out about it. It's one of those where like, why didn't I think of that? Well, sometimes we just don't think of that. But the key thing is the action part, because all of us learn all of this stuff. We learn all this great information. Well, learning about how to build a relationship is great, but I need you to show me how to build a relationship. Show me, and don't make it complicated. Like there are long-term plays. Like if you want to build a relationship with Tony Robbins, there's a long-term play and you're going to be very strategic about it. And we teach that, how to be very strategic about it. But what's something I can do quick? What's something I can do right now to build relationships? What can I do now on a daily basis? And 2 Cards of Power they just have to do it. And then they're like, okay, now I understand why it's 2 cards of power. So it's something I'm going to tell them to do in their morning routine.
So it's,
go ahead.
I was going to say, so it's kind of, it's like in preparation for FHL, getting the ball rolling, starting to get their name a little bit recognized by people. Like you said in your story of your first FHL, you started doing things so that when you got there, you would know somebody. So that's what I'm hearing that it would help with is that if you guys start using this ahead of time, you will already have connections. You will like the beginnings of those, and you will know people there when you get there. So it'll be such a better experience too. That's really cool.
They'll know you. They'll be like, hey.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's like, hey. And then they walk up, they look at you, and they do a little glance down. Oh, that's me. Yeah, that's me. And like, oh, thank you. So yeah, actually super simple, not complicated. And we'll lay that all out. And people are going to be like, okay. And like you said, you can do it right now. You do it when you're there. And then you definitely do it when you get home. And then you do it forever. Like, you know how Russell talks about when he teaches something, do this forever, not just for now. Do this forever for the whole rest of your life. And I'm going to share some pretty mind-blowing things of relationships that I have established with people. And it started with 2 cards of power. That's what's so key. That's why Vince was like, Christopher, no, you need to give them this as a bonus. This will help them. And I'm like, yeah, but I really like this. This is really cool. They're going to be like, no. Yeah, that's cool and everything. Do them both. No, don't do them both. Do this. So, yeah, 2 cards of power. When you guys go to the bonus section, you see my name, you'll click on it, you read through it and follow it word by word and do it. And we've got 49 days left of Funnel Hacking Live.
We have 49. So yeah, today is 49 days until Funnel Hacking Live. That is it.
Lots of time to start connecting right now. Don't wait.
If you could make a list of the people that you wanted to get to know at Funnel Hacking Live, that you wanted to seek you out, like you wanted to be able to touch points with them. If you have that dream list, this is the way to open that door. This is the beginning path to be able to do that. And it's going to change everything. We've already heard the power of what happens when you trust in the ability to build in a relationship and what that does and the doors that it opens from someone who's not been marketing since yesterday. It's been 18 years on this journey. And I cannot wait. I want to download it. So I'm excited to be able to get in there. Download it, guys. If you guys get your tickets to FunnelHackingLive.com, it will be in your membership area. We'll be good to go. Make sure you go to FunnelHackingLive.com and grab your tickets. Susan, did I leave anything else?
I think you got it. Can't wait to see everybody there.
Yeah, we'll see you guys there. Grab your tickets. Christopher, we'll see you on stage, sir. We're excited for you.
I'm excited too. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on here, guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
There are so many people walking around who don't know that they can change the world.
You were born to do something great with your life. As an entrepreneur, you're going to have painful experiences, but all pain is temporary. And if you can survive it, you will meet another version of yourself.
I was just numb. We were racking up credit cards. We stopped paying for our house. We literally were selling furniture out of our home.
I felt trapped and exhausted by my life, and I couldn't see a way out.
I felt like a shell of who I was made to be.
In life, you are most capable of helping the person you used to be. If you used to be broke, you can help broke people. If you used to be broken, you can help broken people.
It starts with you. You hear the call. You feel it. It's beating, it's pulsing. I'm made for something more.
We get scared.
And then fear hits us.
The little voices in the back of our head.
I'm not ready. I'm not worthy. The driven say, no, I'm going to do it. The driven are you guys here today.
More people are finding their breaking point and waking up.
I have a calling. Yesterday I realized I have to do this.
There's a soul here at ClickFunnels.
I felt like I had gone through the wardrobe of the Chronicles of Narnia, and I was just like, what is this magical place that makes billionaires?
I'm going to show you the magic trick that's made me all of my money.
My best-selling framework.
Start out closing if you're going to end up closing.
82% of customers trust influencers.
This better blow your mind and allow you to predict the future. People need aliveness and meaning again.
Who do you want to become? What do you want to felt and experience in this one precious life?
You wouldn't be able to tell, but I ran the New York Marathon when I was 19. Life happened, and my mom passed away. One of my daughters had a traumatic brain injury, wasn't expected to live.
When you meet somebody that continues to push through adversity, that is the definition of an entrepreneur. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to sponsor you through this journey because everybody deserves an opportunity. What you do with it is up to you.
People feel a sense of belonging here.
It feels like home. It's so encouraging because if they can do it, so can I.
It starts with saying, hey, next year we're going to get that.
Russell has a way of teaching that makes success faster.
In my opinion, he's the best marketer who ever lived.
You find exactly what your business is missing.
It's going to amplify every campaign you do.
If you've been thinking there has to be a better way to do this than what you're being told, I'm here to tell you you're right.
People might say you're too young or you're too old or your body's not right or you didn't go to the right school. Then one day, they're telling people how they met you.
Funnel Hacking Live changed my entire life because now I know what I'm going to do next.
Your family's going to be blessed. Your legacy's going to be blessed. Movements are about to be birthed.
My story hopefully gave women permission.
If you believe me, stand to your feet.
You do not have to be great to get started, but you have got to start if you ever want to be great.